Good morning, Mr. Churchill. Welcome to History Live Talk Show. We would like to ask you about your time in service as Prime Minister in World War II, if you don't mind.
Good morning. It would be a pleasure to talk to you about my past time serving as Prime Minister. What would you like to know about my past?
Sir, why were you appointed Prime Minister of Britain during the war? How did you feel when you were appointed?
I was appointed Prime Minister because I was ripe for the job. I had served in the Battle of Umuduram as a soldier and had also reported in the Boer Wars as a journalist. I was also very capable in military tactics. I knew what this country needed to do, and I had a plan to do it. I said that we should start pushing back, but we needed more resources, so I looked to Russia, who also saw the Nazi advance as a threat. Then in the war, the Americans joined us, and this was a big up for us, as they helped with many operations.
What was the mindset and overall direction on the bombing of German cities in 1942?
Well, we started off with bombing military installations, but after the bombings in London and Birmingham, we started civilian bombing, which was no longer precise bombings. They were more devastating bombings aimed for destroying towns. That is why we not only used high explosive bombs, but also used fire bombs. It was to destroy towns and kill the people in them. We burned the towns so that it is hard to start again, and the civilians would become more willing for Germany to surrender. This would also slow the German advance majorly.
You decided to bomb so many German cities, particularly Dresden, a cultural city full of refugees and hospitals. Why did you bomb this city so heavily?
We bombed Dresden because it was full of people and hospitals. We hoped that this attack would devastate Hitler. It would make him think about surrendering, or at least slowing him down, to try and moving the hospitals and all of the refugees. It would also think about defending instead of attacking. And this was the town that Hitler obviously wanted to keep safe, so we destroyed it and into ruins. It was more for terror than it was for military.
In your memo, you said that it was impressive. Why is destroying a city full of cultural events and amazing artwork impressive?
Because it was a piece of art itself. If you talk to the men who flew over the city, it looked amazing. They say the city street were a lattice of glowing flames that went throughout the whole city. The reports afterwards of the according events proved how effective it was. The city was abolished, and the death toll was over the 30,000. It was an amazing feat in bomber command and overall for Britain.
Some say that you bombed Dresden in a show of power to dissuade the Russians from turning on the British. Is this true?
We not only bombed Dresden to show the Russians, but other countries as well. The Germans, the Americans. It worked too. The Russians stayed true to the agreement, and soon after the bombing, the Germans were defeated. And they have not attacked since. It has also opened new gateways in bombing that have helped many countries. In my mind, it was a great success too.
Why did you murder 50,000 innocent people in cold blood when the war was pretty much over?
Some might say that the war was over, but it was not. The war was coming to an end, but not yet. We had to bring the Germans to their knees. It was what was needed. And in the end, that is what happened. In my mind, that is what won us the war. Not peace, but death.